So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up third down. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment defense. Still third down.
The penalty yardage certainly helps. Now it's third down, and they need 5. He'll look to throw. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Into space. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Colts. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
The extra point is good, and the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. And he has been a big play guy all season. Currently ranked among the best in the NFL in terms of receiving touchdowns. Drive will start on the ground, and that'll be a short gain up to the 27-yard line. Second down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet in bounds. A big third down pickup for a first down. That's 17 yards, and that's a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
They'll stick with him again. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at third down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's taken in.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida. It's Anthony Richardson.
I don't care how long you've been playing or how good of a player you are, Mike. It is inevitable in the NFL that some days it just doesn't go your way, and you're going to have a bad game. The key, though, is can you prevent that one bad performance from turning into two? And that's certainly the case here today. It's going to take a significantly better performance out of him at the quarterback position if they want to avoid another loss. A big part of that is, can he mentally bounce back from last week, put it behind him, and come out and play to his level of football? They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. He is in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Metcalf left side. He's got it. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Throwing now on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, here's a handoff. And there's defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
So the two components to a scramble drill, Mike, is the quarterback has to buy time with his legs, and then all of the receivers need to second reaction and come open downfield late. And he bought time, but nobody was able to separate, and there's nowhere to go with the ball.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort. which he shanked. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. On play action, Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
To say this group has started strong here in the first quarter, Mike, might be a bit of an understatement. I mean, offensively, firing on all cylinders. Defensively, suffocating the opponent. The ability to complement each other on both sides of the ball and play at such a high level, they could have a little bit more breathing room here by the end of this drive.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. And downfield, it is Downs with the catch. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not, and when he throws it, catch it.
They'll go play action. It's Richardson. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Colts out to the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's got a man down the field. It's Austin. And he's out of bounds, very close to the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. They'll run. This is Jaylen Warren. There he goes. Inside the 30. The speed on display. He's in. Jaylen Warren. Touchdown Steelers. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers are on the board. It's now 14-7. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Anthony Gould now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And he's given defenses across the league a lot to think about when they try to game plan for him. Consider he's currently 2nd in the NFL in quarterback rushing yards. On 1st down, it's Richardson. That is caught downfield by Pierce. And he will score. Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Roman Wilson. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
Now, faking the give. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle.
I think that's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed.
And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Try to pick this one up on the ground. Call it a gain of 13. That's a Steeler 1st down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the 1st down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Nick Cross. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
The Colts offense and Josh Downs heading back to the field. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And he had to push through one tackler, but is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain here. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. From the gun, Richardson.
So you decide to put the ball in the air deep in your own end zone. That's fine. but the internal clock of the quarterback, it's got to speed up even a little bit more. You cannot hold the ball in this part of the field, and tell you what, he takes the sack, but he's lucky it wasn't a safety.
So, on fourth down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. Back deep to receive is Calvin Austin. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Steelers offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Nick Cross.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
The Colts offense back onto the field for their next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. And this one is caught by Pierce. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Now Richardson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Richardson. That one complete to Pierce. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Encroachment, defense. Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Throwing, Richardson. Completing this one to Downs. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Richardson to throw. And he's in. Michael Pittman. Touchdown Colts. This defense continuing to give up points Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
The biggest issue.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look, and indeed this call will be overturned. He's got a man. It's Metcalf. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. On third down, they'll set up to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren.
Nice job by the defense there, stopping them short on third down. Brings up fourth, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's Richardson. Now he'll run. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock. Richardson will give it to Taylor. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Joey Porter Jr. that time up to make the play. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
We saw a strong first half out of the mobile quarterback, Anthony Richardson. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Here's Gould on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Richardson. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. That catch number 40 on the season for him. Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Richardson operating from the pistol. A dive and a catch. Incredible. 19 more on that one. And another 1st down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
On 2nd down, Richardson. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. He's going to have it at the 12-yard line. Enough to get the 1st down and keep it going. Looking to throw. Richardson. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Richardson going to look to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
He'll try to run for it.
That's a really good effort on 3rd down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a 1st.
No issues there. This one is good. And the Colts will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the high, or actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game. Under pressure all game long, the secondary feasting on his passes. They put Wilson in motion. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the 1st down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
And tough running there. He's up to the 32. DeForest Buckner brings him down. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. Charvarius Ward able to get the hand in there and make the play. So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Nothing real fancy on that one, just a defensive lineman winning his one-on-one matchup. He beats the offensive lineman, gets to the quarterback, and brings him down for a sack.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Taylor. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. On 3rd down, here's a run by Taylor. He is going to have a Colts 1st down. I do believe he gets it by about a yard on 3rd and 3.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Infraction. Defense. Still 1st down.
Trying to avoid tacklers there, but the ball is out. And the defense has it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage. And I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight. But it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself. And in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. This secondary will get a lot of the credit. 3 picks so far. But, Greg, the pass rush has been relentless as well.
Yep.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. On 1st down, it's Richardson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Good awareness there on 3rd down. He's thinking there's nothing there, tuck it, and head for the sticks. He's able to get the 1st down himself, avoid any big contact, and the biggest thing is he keeps the drive alive.
Tight end going in motion here. Give up the middle to Taylor. Fighting off tacklers, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. And this ball batted away and incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And it's going to be 3rd down. From the gun, Richardson. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And a good run there. Gonna get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Richardson. There's that man again, another catch. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the... And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here comes 3rd and 6. They go right back to Taylor. The Colts now going to send out their field goal unit. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Colts will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
They get 20 on the connection. Good for a Steeler 1st down. Back to throw. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Charvarius Ward.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The home team's offense ready to get back at it. And they look to finish it off here in the 4th. This might just wash away what was a subpar performance a week ago. They'll run on 1st down with Taylor. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. The defense not biting. They stay at home, stop the quarterback. No gain on the play. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. A run with Taylor. Trying to drive his way forward. I think he is short, and he is. That means 4th down coming up.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 on 4th and inches. On the give, this is Taylor. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. A gain there of 16 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a 1st down.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Steelers are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
Even though that interception, it probably won't have much of an impact on the outcome of the game, but at least defensively it gives them something positive to build off of, because up until that point, this game's been a struggle.
Steelers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This one complete to Washington. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
And at this point in the game, trailing by this much, you're just trying to get something positive going. And even if it doesn't alter the outcome of this week's game, Mike, you're trying to build on some things that you can take into next week's practice, build off of and learn from, and hopefully carry it into next week's game to hopefully have a lot better performance, especially here offensively.
And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up. So often, sacks, especially on 1st down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Now, faking the give. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
He'll look to throw. That's complete to Metcalf. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Throw across his body is complete. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on 4th down. Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. It's picked up by one of his teammates. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They are very fortunate to get another shot at it. It is 2nd down and goal. He'll drop to throw. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. 3rd and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. From out of the gun, he'll throw. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's a run with Taylor. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Taylor. So it's a win for the Colts. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago, and they make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Colts, winners here in the Circle City, as we say so long from Indianapolis.